Yo, what's up, Heat fans? It's your host, M.A. of the Heat Block Spot, and today's episode's gonna be about Bam Adebayo. Is there a ceiling? No, there's not. Can he be truly great? Yes, he can. Is he gonna get there? I'm pretty sure he is. And what a career night we've all been waiting for. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Let's get into this new episode of Heat Block Spot. Thank you so much. All right, Heat fans. So the Heat got to play their first opportunity against the new super team of the NBA, the New Jersey Nets, which now have James Harden along with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. And yes, they're not great on defense, but for some reason, to me, the Heat made them look like they were a little good on defense. But then again, we weren't at full strength with Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo missing. We played tough without them anyways. I thought we did a great job of competing against this team, a team that is truly great in a lot of ways, but mainly because of the three dudes. And the biggest takeaway, though, is Bam Adebayo's big night. I mean, on a night where we probably could have gotten blown out pretty easily, right? Like, we could have gotten destroyed, honestly, because of their firepower. But one man on our team decided, not tonight, not today. Let's see if I can get this rolling for us. And it's something we've never seen Bam do. At least I've never seen him do. Out of all the games I've watched, I have not seen Bam this aggressive, looking for a shot. To the point where usually his first instinct when he catches the ball on the high key or when he brings it down, he's looking for the pass. His eyes are going nowhere near the rim. His eyes are always at somebody else or what's going to come up next. I mean, a lot of times that night on Saturday, holy moly, he just decided, you know what, I'm looking for mine. And it was awesome to watch because we've seen glimpses of this. And I felt always in my gut that he has this ability in him. But because he's young, he's 23, he's on the team with Goran Dragic and Jimmy Butler, who are still very effective players in today's NBA. He decided, I'm going to take a back seat and help do the other things. I think we're coming into a crossroads. Yes, the COVID stuff, this season, the weirdness of only having 2 months off from the finals to now, definitely pushed all this to right now. And maybe it would have taken a little bit longer, but that's not the reality we're in. This is the reality we are in now. And Bam took it in stride and is now looking like he's going to be an aggressive force for us moving forward. And that is fantastic. Fantastic. We lost by 4 points, 128 to 124. Now, real quick, I'll just get out of the way because I did not talk about Friday's game as well against the Raptors, which we got blown out 101 to 81. And I don't want to because it was ugly. We lost. You know, it was basically night and day from Wednesday's game against the Raptors. Exactly what went right for us on Wednesday went wrong for us on Friday. And everything that went wrong for the Raptors on Wednesday went right for them on Friday. So it's basically a flip of that. And we end up losing by 20, and let's just forget about it, right? Let's just bask in the glory of who is Bam Adebayo. Now, should we expect Bam to do this more often now moving forward, now that he's done it against a very good team, against defenders and superstars that were guarding him? I mean, they threw a lot of different defenders on him at Bam on Saturday's game, and he excelled pretty much against all of them. He had moves for all of them, and that was glorious. Now, Of course, when the team is back at full strength, when we have Jimmy back and Tyler back, and they're most likely going to be in the starting lineup, they're going to take some attention or some aggressiveness away from Bam. But I hope it doesn't take all of it, because I do believe that Jimmy, since last year, when Jimmy realized that Bam is the best player and he's an all-star, and especially on All-Star weekend, he kept saying it. There was a game last year where someone was like, "Oh, they're asking Jimmy Butler, you guys only have one good team, and you guys are overexceeding." He's like, "Who's our best player? Who's our good player? The best player? Oh, it's Bam, right? Yeah, it's Bam. Of course, it's Bam. I could do that with Bam all day." So Jimmy has been slowly pushing Bam and prepping Bam, like, "Hey, you're the best player. This is your team. It's gonna be your team. Like, you're the guy that makes everything go." And adding this scoring prowess to himself and this firepower is only gonna make him better, but overall the Heat better. I mean, I like the way we looked last night. Because at times throughout this whole year, we just looked like the same team every night, where we hope the same plays we run over and over again are going to work again and again and again and again. And honestly, if we're going to play teams back to back, if we're going to play teams more than once in a week, we need to stop being so predictable. This is where go-to scorers are going to be better this season. If you look at the standings, every team that's in the top of their conferences have go-to scorers. I mean, we need that. It's just a thing that's needed in the NBA, because it's the best talent. No matter, even the suckiest team like Toronto, who wasn't that great in defense, but they played a great defensive game against us. And then we had no answers for them because we don't have that go-to scorer. So we're just hoping that our shot falls, and our shot doesn't fall, and we lose by 20. This is what we need. And Bam can do this from time to time. Now, he doesn't have to do it full time when the squad is back. He doesn't. He does not. Jimmy can do it some a little bit. Goran can do it. Tyler can do it. And that's the beauty of our team. But like I said in my videos, a couple videos before, Bam is the answer to everything. It's the answer to trades. It's the answer to free agency. It's the answer to all of our players internally getting better and evolving themselves. I thought Duncan looked more comfortable. I think for once Duncan didn't have to run around every play and look for a shot and look for a shot and look for a shot. Goran didn't have to do 100 pick and rolls and look for a shot. And because Bam has the skills to take the game all by himself and score, which is a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. Now, should he be averaging the 20s? Of course. He's got to be averaging the 20s. He has to. He should be. Should he be shooting more? Yes, and he has been, and it's a good thing. And he's been making them at a high clip. He made 1 3 as a buzzer beater. Should he be shooting more of them? I think he should shoot. He should at least shoot 1 3-pointer a game, just to get used to it. This is great. I think Bam should stay aggressive if Jimmy and Tyler continue to stay out for extended time. Just honestly, this whole season is an asterisk to me. Every team is suffering. Washington hasn't played a game in over a week. Memphis it can't play right now. You can't even trust the standings because everyone hasn't played. Some people are hurt. Some people are COVID. This and that. I mean, last year wasn't an asterisk because we stopped the season. All the players agreed to go to a bubble. Everybody was healthy who wanted to go. They stayed healthy. And we played the best basketball we can see. And I thought it was from the best basketball games we've ever seen in history of the game. Like, it doesn't matter if it was a Heat. It was just basketball playing right, and well. And I loved every minute of it. And now with COVID and traveling and this season and everything, I mean, this season just has been brutal to watch. It's not fun. So if we continue to suffer, unfortunately, we might miss the playoffs. And that sucks. But I think the shining light is Bam. If Bam stays healthy, if some of these other players stay healthy and can get some minutes like KZ looked a little good on Saturday. He had to come in for Mo Harkless. Hey, Max Strus, maybe. Gabe Vincent has fallen off a little bit. But who's not to say that he's gonna bounce back, because he's gonna continue to get opportunities. Kendrick Nunn is starting to look more and more like Kendrick Nunn of last year, which is a good thing. I said in my last video, we're gonna need this depth. It's such a weird year. We're gonna need depth. Now, I'm not saying we're not gonna make the playoffs. We could make the playoffs very easily, like I said, because of all the reasons I just stated. Because of COVID injuries, this thing could flip in a minute. But you know what? This season is ugly. I don't like it. Quite frankly, I wouldn't mind if they paused and all went into a bubble or figured this out to have a better product on the court, because the product is not good. But let's use this opportunity for Bam to grow. Let Bam make mistakes. It's gonna be some nights where he's aggressive, but he ain't making the shots, and that's fine, because he has to figure it out. And I'd rather do it in a season like this, where we have the money for next year already saved. We have some good young players. We have some good veterans that we can still keep for next year. It's just, I think it's the right recipe of a season to allow players like Bam to just let the leash off. Now, Bam, at the end of the game, he said that he's going to start to be more aggressive at the beginning of the games. And see, that's a sign of improvement. That's a sign of evolution within himself, where he's seeing like, hey, I can do this. I got this. I just did it against some of the best players ever to play the game, and he did it. So it's just positives that we can take from this. Yes, I would have loved to get that win. I was hoping. It's close. A couple of bounces, a couple of fouls, a couple of timeouts. Who knows? Maybe we could have won. Whatever. End of the day, we lost. But we'll get a second chance tonight. 7:30 NBA TV. But again, no matter, and I love that Heat Twitter's cheering on Bam, because no matter what happens this year, even if we don't make the playoffs, we need to continue to cheer on our players individually from 1 through 17, 15. I don't remember how many players we have right now in our team, but no matter how many players are on our team, who's what, to Udonis Haslem, to Jimmy Butler, everyone in between, we need to cheer them on, especially when they're on the court, especially when they do good things. And it's beautiful to watch. But like I said, this is the Bam the Heat need. Okay? He's 23. We don't need him to be it all the time right now, but we need him to know that he has the ability to do this, and we need him to continue to try to grow into this player. Like I said, I don't think it's going to happen every game. It shouldn't happen every game, especially when we have our full squad, but he needs to do it more consistently and more aggressively and with more confidence. And this season can definitely build that for us. And it's only going to help us throughout the rest of his career. We locked him up, and we're now everyone's feeling more and more better about that contract, right? Everyone's like, hey, we gave Bam that contract, right? We got him locked. So be happy. Let's enjoy it. Continue to root him on. I mean, honestly, he is the best player on our team. Who knows what other players and other teams are watching him and are thinking, dang, I will want to join Bam, because he looks like the kind of player that has no ceiling. He still has no ceiling, guys. He's not hitting the three consistently. He's not, taking people off the dribble all the time. There's certain things he did last night on Saturday night that helped him be like this. A lot of it was his teammates too. Goran Dragic set him up a couple of times for some nice dunks. A lot of it was hustle and stuff like that. But man, the thing is that once the full team is back, it will allow him to do it easier. And him doing it allows his teammates to do what they do easier. Because look, like I said, Duncan now gets to rest a little bit more, and he doesn't have to freaking fight through screens 100 times and catch the ball and shoot. Yes, he's very good, but it's a long season and we don't want to burn him out. Same with Gorn. His age is very, and his injuries and everything, like, you don't want to burn him out. Andre Iguodala, you don't want to burn him out. All these players in our team, you don't want to burn them out. Especially if we make the playoffs, because we're going to need them in the playoffs. And they'd better do a bubble in the playoffs, the NBA. But let's enjoy this W, guys. Oh, man, it was something truly, truly special to watch. If you haven't watched it, go back. I mean, he was 12 of 14, so he went to the line a lot. He had 5 rebounds, 9 assists, and that's fine because, like I said, on offensive, he was just aggressive at looking for a shot. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is great. It's good stuff, guys. It's great news for us. Great news for Heat fans. And the future is only bright. Even though right now it's dim, it's not looking so good, and we wish it was going better after just experiencing a finals appearance a few months ago. But remember that we are in a good spot. Like, we are sitting really nice. Where let's say this year is a dud. Next season will be another nice surprise. And hopefully COVID, vaccines, everything is a little bit more controlled. We have a little bit more of normalcy season, and everything will be fine. Both fans, Heat fans, I hope you enjoyed that game from Bam, because that's just the beginning of what's next. So, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please hit me up at HeatBlogspot on Facebook or Twitter. You can email me, heatblogspot@gmail.com, or leave comments. It's all good. I appreciate everybody. You guys have a great day. Tonight, 7:30, NBA TV. The Heat play the Nets again. So we'll see if Dan could do it again. But thank you so much. I'm out. Deuces. Be good.